Let's go back to Walter, because he usually has some hot NBA takes that you've either come up by yourself or, I guess, heard around the office. So what do you have for us?
Well, guys, to be honest with you, it has been a crazy month for the HR department. Open enrollment is killing me. But me and Sally and Asha were talking the other day, and they told me that everybody has been telling them that James Harden is the best point guard in the league. I'm in. You guys in?
James Harden's in on that.
Oh, he's in.
Yeah, so he says he's the best. If we're talking about the best, likely the best point guard in the world, I can't give him that title. He has been incredible, but the best point guard in the world would inspire his team to play better defense. He'd be a part of that better defense.
Okay.
He would make sure that his team comes on the floor and runs the show on the defensive end. They've got the fourth worst defense. I also think the best point guard probably would have made it work with Dwight Howard last year, because wouldn't Dwight Howard make this a better defensive team?
If it's not James Harden, though, who's leading the league in assists, is also throwing in
That's
30
a number.
points per game.
Rajon Rondo led the league in assists last year. He's been incredible.
I'm saying, if it's not Harden, who is it then?
I think it's Chris Paul for me.
Wow. Wow.
An overall package is obviously Steph and Russ and James Harden.
There's a lot to pick from.
But he just runs the show a tiny bit better. And I don't want to get into the conversation about pure point guard versus scoring point guard. Chris just does it all.
He might be sort of more the old-fashioned point guard, does it all, gets his players involved, but Steph Curry is still the best point guard in the NBA. He's a two-time MVP. He's taken his team to the finals the last 2 years, and they won the championship in the year before.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Oh, that guy, let me tell you, he loves water. Got that Brita deal?
He does love water.
You are what you drink, I heard him say that once.
That's right.
No, but the thing is, a leader doesn't have to be a guy who just goes out there and gets assists for his team or plays the best defense. Does he inspire his guys? And Steph Curry does that. And also, right now, James Harden, this is probably the deepest position in the NBA. There are so many top quality point guards every single night, just about. You're going up against whether it's an experienced guy like James Harden or some of these young guys. Even Emmanuel Mudiay started off the season really well. So Harden is in that conversation, but I don't think he's the best in the league.
Well, look, I don't know if there's a player more important to his team than James Harden.
Yeah.
That might be fair. He's got an unbelievable usage rate. I know Westbrook's up there at the top of the charts, but James Harden, 34% usage rate. That's higher than LeBron's ever had in his career, just to put that in perspective.
Right.
Which is crazy. But look what he's done over the last 4 games. 30-plus points, 10-plus assists. This is James. Anytime you're on a board with Michael Jordan, you're doing something pretty impressive. I agree. I don't think I have Harden as my #1 point guard, because really, is he even a point guard? It's like what we're doing with bigs. Who's a forward, who's a center? We're starting to do that with guards now. It's like this positional revolution that's been going on for years.
Yeah, according to D'Antoni, he's a point guard. So
and is a point guard the guy that just has the ball in his hands the most?
Yeah,
then it absolutely is James Harden. But it's impressive.
These numbers are shiny and flashy and great, but 2 things: can he keep it up at this rate? And will the Rockets win enough games?
And then Taz throws in defensive issues as well.
I just think if he traded in a little bit of that offense to play some more defense, I think they'd be a far better team. They got the 4th best offense and the 4th worst defense. You got to figure out a balance, and I think that little bit of trade-off on the offensive end would help him out. Because if he's leading, up there in usage rate, why isn't the team playing hard around him defensively? Why aren't they playing hard? I know they don't have the prototypical defensive guys on that team, but still, you've got enough talent. You're resting while watching James Harden isolate. He's way up there in isolation percentage. They're just not good enough. And a leader leads. He's got to get better at that.
I'm definitely not going to knock him for saying he's the best point guard or player, because when you're at that level, you should think that, and rightfully so. All right.